About 13 years ago, I started going to college for finance, and during this time, our classes still required physical books, our tests were all in person with pencil and paper, and most of us were still using paper notebooks. Computers were heavier, batteries were not as good, not a lot of places to plug in computers, some professors banned use of computers, so typically you use your computer outside of class. And even then, the internet was much different than it is today. Not nearly as much information about subjects like finance, how money is created, how central banks work, what treasury bonds are, etc. So at that time, if you weren't studying finance in college or didn't know somebody who is actually truly knowledgeable about finance, it's a complete mystery. And just to give you an idea about the average person pursuing a finance degree, many times I was the only female in class. And of those students and teachers who weren't white, they were from outside of the US, like India, Japan, China, and so forth. So as a finance major, we learn about financial policy, corporate finance, microeconomics, macroeconomics, financial statement analysis, venture formation, accounting, financial markets, investment analysis and management, assets, liabilities, debt, balance sheets, profit and loss statements, leveraging, margin, bankruptcy, the Federal Reserve, the banking system, loans, interest rates, bonds, stocks, derivatives, just pretty much everything as it was at that time and how it is today, but changing insanely quickly. All of this was interesting and exciting to me. And at the time, I was working full-time as the financial manager at a law firm, so I was considering either going to law school or maybe trying to get a Wall Street-esque investment management job. However, in my last year of college, I had a eureka moment where it dawned on me that everything I had learned over the past 3 years was how to basically be part of an elaborate scam to con people out of money. Check this out. I had some interviews with a couple big-time reputable investment firms, where one, after I asked some questions, basically they wanted me to sell life insurance, starting with my own friends and family, and then at a certain point, I would be able to sell pre-packaged garbage in the form of mutual funds, ETFs, or whatever, all for commission. So, most financial advisors or people in finance that manage people's money are just salesmen. They are not actually savvy investors. They do not pick the stocks. They do not time the market. They do not tailor a unique investment portfolio designed for you. They sell you pre-packaged garbage based on your risk profile. And when you calculate everything out over a long period of time, they are scraping most of the gains off for management fees, leaving you with an extremely nominal amount of gains, if that. Another interview I had, it was the same song and dance, except for this time, after I reached a certain level, then I would be able to recruit other people under me to start at the bottom, and I would start receiving some of their commission. And then after a while, would be able to move up, get access to more people's commission, and I realized that the people who invited me to interview were going to get my commissions, which is why they were super keen on me interviewing and getting the job. And yeah, no, that fam is a pyramid scheme. So at the end of the day, I remember like it was yesterday, 10 years ago at my graduation ceremony, thinking I had just wasted 3 years and $50,000 on a degree in how to scam people and how to not get scammed by the financial system. Because the current financial system was designed to intimidate everyone with an unnecessarily complicated scheme. It's why we don't learn about any of this in regular school outside of a college, and it's why they've created all these fancy financial terms and schemes designed to intimidate people, keep people from generating and maintaining wealth, and keep them on a hamster wheel. Because here's the deal. Money, in terms of the US fiat currency, its main primary function is a system of control. It is designed to control the masses, keep them poor, keep them working, keep them barely surviving until they die. And I wanted no part of that, so after graduation, I stuck with working with law firms, managing the finances, got into software and tech development, focused on learning and gaining all kinds of new skills, like how to build websites, use Photoshop, edit videos, search engine optimization, wrote a few books about SEO, started a few businesses like a paintball field, an Amazon FBA thing where I bought products from China, branded them and sold them on Amazon, started this YouTube channel 6 years ago now. Just a lot of throwing random stuff at the wall to see what would stick. From sitting at graduation regretting my financial degree, we've come full circle now, where it has actually paid off. We're combining my financial knowledge, software, and tech development experience, all with going down the crypto rabbit hole back in 2015. Now, we can all learn and explore things vastly unknown to most people in order to get ahead and take advantage of this new global financial landscape being terraformed and created right before our very eyes, all while trying to build a new, more fair, inclusive financial system together by spreading more awareness, which we can do with merch like Bitcoin shirts, Ethereum shirts, Pepe meme coin hats, Bitcoin swim trunks, which you can access the correct and official MOAR awareness site by clicking on the link below. Awesome. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and in this video, we are going to break down what the government's debt ceiling scam, deal actually entails, the Federal Reserve's next moves, and what we need to know as crypto investors. Let's hit it. Please be sure to check out our sponsors, NordVPN, 1inch, and Tangem Wallet. Protect your data, privacy, and crypto investments by using virtual private network services with NordVPN. That also ensures you can access decentralized exchanges to trade altcoins like 1inch, a decentralized exchange with the best rates that easily allows us to buy and sell all altcoins that exist on multiple networks like Ethereum, Binance Chain, Arbitrum, Polygon, and more that are not listed and supported on centralized exchanges, and invest in this amazing alternative to Ledger wallets called Tangem Wallet that never reveals your private keys to anyone, ever. It's a hardware wallet that is the size of a credit card, multi-currency, multi-chain, super easy to set up, and it lets us trade altcoins faster, more securely, and conveniently to take profits on the go, making it a perfect wallet for beginners and experienced crypto investors alike. So be sure to scroll down and use the links below to access the correct and official sites, as well as redeem any special offers they have for us. Sweet. Here's the deal. A lot of news and media coverage about the US debt ceiling are all lies by design, and the truth is finally coming to light. So, a couple weeks ago, mainstream media was highlighting stuff like Secretary Treasury Janet Yellen running around like Chicken Little, saying, "The sky is falling, the US is about to default on their debt, anyone holding government debt in the form of T-bills is at risk of not being paid when the bonds mature, and the value of T-bills will drop to zero, destroying all faith in the US government and US dollar." Yeah, okay. As we've been discussing on the channel, that wasn't going to happen because getting out of a sovereign debt crisis involves either defaulting or inflating the debt away, which is what's happening. And going back to the US debt ceiling, when we invest some time to research and learn about what it actually is, we find that it is a limit on how much national debt the US Treasury can incur. And the way the US increases debt that eventually reaches this limit imposed by legislators is by issuing more US Treasury bonds. So once the US debt ceiling or limit is reached, no more T-bills can be issued by the US Treasury. Bottom line, once that limit, let's call it 31 trillion, which is what it's at now, is reached, no more debt can be incurred. And we reached that limit about a few months ago now. And the US Treasury has been using funds from the Treasury General Account, also known as the TGA, which is just the US government's operating account. Now, looking at what mainstream media was purporting that, oh no, the US will rely on taxes to function now, we'll have to choose between paying Social Security over T-bills, stiffing foreign T-bill holders, etc. Keeping all of this in mind, check out this recent headline. In desperate bid for cash, the Treasury is auctioning one-day bills. How's it so? We hit the debt limit a few months ago, meaning the US Treasury cannot issue more T-bills. And just the other day, on June 1st, the US Treasury is doing just that, issuing more T-bills. How is it so? Well, much like the entire financial system, it's simply a scam. Obviously, they can issue more debt if it's used to pay off existing debt, because that's exactly what's happening. Digging into the article, it reveals for the first time since 2007, the department is set to auction $15 billion worth of one-day cash management bills on Friday that will be issued on June 5th. Fantastic. The last time this happened was the year before the 2008 financial crisis. See, it's things like this that are leading me to make random wild guesses that this bear market will potentially last another 18 to 24 months, which we explore together in this video you can check out by clicking on the link above. Further along in the article, it reads, since the debt ceiling was initially breached in January, the Treasury hasn't been able to borrow more money to pay its bills. But they're doing it now. They are borrowing more money by issuing these one-day Treasury bills. So the long and short is Janet Yellen can issue as much debt as she wants so long as it's paying off existing debt. Meanwhile, Janet Yellen and the mainstream media want us to believe a lie that there is a big risk that the US cannot pay their debt obligations. Why? To get the public behind Biden's narrative that the US needs to keep spending money in ad infinitum. Why? It all circles back to the only way out of this sovereign debt crisis, to inflate the debt away by devaluing the currency. Surprise, surprise. And here's another way the Fed has been lying and trying to hide their scam. When the debt limit is raised, And when there is no limit, there is no demand for T-bills. Banks were destroyed over owning T-bills. Foreign countries are buying gold over T-bills. Who's going to buy these T-bills? Well, just the Fed. The US Treasury will issue T-bills that the Fed, the central bank, the perpetual profit-generating machine that never sustains any losses, will buy in this absolutely asinine circle jerk Ponzi scam that is designed to destroy the US and its economy on purpose, which you can check out why by clicking on the link above. So in summary, just to give us a bare bones concept of what's going to happen the rest of 2023, as it relates to the Fed, T-bills, debt, etc., the US government is running out of money. No one will lend them money, so they will go to the Federal Reserve and they print money for them. That's the reality of what happens. And they make it unnecessarily complicated to make it seem like they're doing some high-level, sophisticated stuff that people like us couldn't possibly understand because it's beyond our comprehension by the US Treasury issuing bonds, and the Fed buys the bonds in exchange for US dollars. At the end of the day, the Fed will be printing trillions of dollars in 2023. They will continue to raise interest rates while massively devaluing the US fiat currency, causing actually higher inflation, not lower inflation. We will likely experience a painful compressed period of hyperinflation before going bust, all by design. Why? Mainly to usher in a central bank digital currency, while also making people completely dependent on welfare and the government and the new currency they will completely control. Because as we discussed at the beginning of this video, US fiat currency is a system of control, and a CBDC will give the US government 100-fold more control over all of us, to the point of actual enslavement. That's not an overstatement. And if you don't understand why, check out this guide by clicking on the link above. We are entering a new age of a lot of new things, and from an investment standpoint, we are entering an age of hard assets like gold, silver, Bitcoin, real estate, and similar, as trust in the US dollar, US government, the world's largest central bank, the Federal Reserve, continues to rapidly decline. Nobody wants what was deemed as one of the safest investments for decades now, US Treasury bonds. Nobody, at least in the US and first world countries, wants to hold US dollars in US banks that are collapsing and will continue to collapse. So it's more important than ever for all of us to buckle up for a wild ride. Prepare for the opportunities of our lifetime when the next crypto bull cycle comes raging back in 18 to 24 months, or hey, it could be around the corner, it could be in 10 years, who knows? All that's for certain is that a bull cycle always comes back. It's on the horizon, and we need to consider any extra time we get to prepare for it as a gift. Prepare by learning more about Web3, how to use decentralized exchanges like 1inch, how to find altcoin gems before they pump with tools like Morales Money, different ways to diversify how we store crypto, like with smart contracts versus wallets, which we can learn how to do in this step-by-step guide by clicking on the link above, and how to use different wallets to decrease any risks associated with specific wallets. So for anyone a little spooked by Ledger's new recovery services, a great alternative that keeps our private keys completely private and is likely the future of cryptocurrency wallets at large is the Tangem wallet. Tangem wallet is a cryptocurrency cold storage hardware wallet that looks like a regular credit card, and the card is very simple in design, with just a chip that is an advanced standalone microcomputer with the highest standard of security among crypto wallets, known as EAL6+. This level of protection is similar to that of NASA and passports. The source code of the Tangem mobile application is all available for anyone to view and inspect on GitHub, which is extremely important because with full transparency, we can be sure that there are no backdoors built into the wallet. When we activate our Tangem wallet, the chip in the card generates a random private key that neither Tangem nor anyone can view, see, or know what it is. This card is used each time we need to make a transaction, so the private keys are never provided to any third parties, and the Tangem app or company also does not collect any information. So the private keys are on our cards, never get exposed, which makes it impossible to steal or trick us out of our funds. Instead of seed phrases as the only way to back up our crypto wallets, backup copies of the wallet are created and used on other Tangem wallet cards that we encrypt with our own unique access code, which we create for each card. Also note the pricing for this cryptocurrency hardware device is much cheaper and more affordable than other ones, with free shipping and an option to pay in crypto. This is a plus for any beginners getting started or anyone who is looking to onboard friends and family into crypto with a simple, easy-to-use, secure self-custody hardware wallet. So scroll down and use the link below to access Tangem's correct and official site, as well as redeem any special offers they have for us. Awesome. If you would like to watch a step-by-step video guide about Tangem Wallet, check out this video. If you would like to learn about more tools like Tangem Wallet we can add to our DeFi toolkit before the next face-melting altcoin season, check out this video. And to get your very own Tangem Wallet, click on the link on the screen. Like and subscribe for more, Be safe out there.